Hi, my name is Gabriella Christian. I'm 22 years old from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and currently in South Hadley, Massachusetts. Well, I'm an art history major and a French minor, and I'm trying to get my teaching license. So hopefully, work in a museum with kids at a youth program, something along those lines. I didn't really start identifying as a femme until I found out what it was. I guess that culturally, we're not really taught in Puerto Rico kind of anything of having to do with, LGBTQ, just all those sorts of things. It's kind of a taboo subject. I'm the second lesbian in my family, and that's like, I'm the second lesbian in my family, and my aunts still refer to my out and queer aunt as having companions rather than having partners, or she has a life partner and they still refer to her as the friend. So it's definitely I think an interesting place to come from, and then to come here and kind of figure out what it's all about and kind of figure yourself out as part of this larger scheme. Yeah. Oh man, first semester.
Really?
Yeah. And
wow.
And I was still with my boyfriend at the time, and yes, he's kind of awkward about it now, but I just got here and I felt so comfortable, and I felt like all of a sudden I belonged, and I didn't really know what to do with that, and it never entered my mind to kind of identify as such. So yeah, first semester I was like, oh wait, that makes sense now. I did to myself. There are a lot of journal entries where I'm just like questioning my life at that point. But I think it wasn't until sophomore year where I was like, okay, this is kind of what I'm choosing now. For a while I thought it was about fashion and about, being queer but still retaining that femininity. And I sort of thought it was one aspect, but it's really kind of just about how you kind of live your life and how you choose to portray yourself to other people. That it's definitely all pink and all classy and all, because I don't think it has to be that way. And I also feel like it's not a 24/7 sort of thing, because you're not gonna put on makeup every day. You're not gonna put on lipstick every day. When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. But if you want to put jeans on and if you want to put a plaid shirt on, that does not mean anything. Well, as I explained before, I think I definitely see myself working in a museum. I have been completely passionate and in love with the arts, and the fact that museums kind of open up the art world to the public, where you can just go in and spend a whole day and just be surrounded by art and amazing creative works by other people. And every time that I walk into a museum, my heart just fills with joy, and I sigh because I'm so happy. Especially if you can smell the oil paint. It's my happy place. So my favorite museum is the National Portrait Gallery in London. And that is the place where I'll start getting butterflies in my stomach as soon as I'm walking up the steps to go into the doors. And as soon as I go in and I smell the paint, I feel like I'm home. And that's partly because I'm an Anglophile and partly just because it makes me so happy. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep geeking out over art. So, it's kind of two museums put together, and it's the National Gallery and the National Portrait Gallery. And in the National Portrait Gallery, they have this floor that's dedicated to the Tudors, and they have this one ginormous painting of Elizabeth I, where she's holding the sphere and the scepter, and it's her coronation portrait, and it's amazingly detailed, and you can go in and you can put your nose to the canvas and just look at how the artist was able to catch the glint of the jewels, and it's honestly my favorite. And the fact that it's from the 1500s and you can go up and see it is also amazing. I mean, do you know the portrait of Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, that she looks super old and kind of terrible? I was in England this summer, and I took my phone out, and I was trying to check a text message and take a picture of it because it's so ugly that I wanted to keep it forever and show my parents. And all of a sudden, I sense this person behind me, and I look up, and it's a guard. And he's like, "Ma'am, you're not supposed to take a picture of the portrait." And he scared the bejesus out of me. I ran out of that gallery shaking because I didn't want to get in trouble and then get kicked out of the country. Okay, so I went through an emo phase.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. And I wore the sex bracelets, and I had my Vans, and I was really alternative, but I also loved pink. So I would wear these Capri bubblegum pink shorts, and oh my god, just thinking about it makes me cringe. So I would wear those with like really dark hoodies and, Jack Skellington sweatshirts. Favorite piece that I probably wear more often than I should is this necklace. It's from Puerto Rico, and they're actually baby coconuts.
Really?
Yeah, and everyone always asks me what they are, and I am so proud to say, oh, they're coconuts from Puerto Rico. And it's just, carrying a little piece of home.